Holy handy. The boys are back in town.
Oh, it's the reunion.
I know. What the hell is this? Talk haunted to me. Resurrected. Resurrection. Sunday. All right. Yeah. This is Chris.
We rose on the third year.
Oh, yeah, we did. Or
Yeah,
year and a half, I guess.
year and a half. Yeah,
Yeah. So Chris and Chris is back at it.
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna talk today about some haunted movie sets, and on I know we do a scoring system. Are we gonna do like a scale of 1 to 10, like likelihood, or
We can. Like, I think, like, one, they're full of shit. 10. I don't think we'll see any tens, but
I like the Conan O'Brien one he does for the like Clueless Gamer, where he's like on a scale of 1 to 100, 1 being mediocre and 100 being okay. I'm gonna give it a 20B plus 57. Like, you just like randomly just pick something out of the blue.
yeah,
But that's the humor I enjoy. So that's all I can say about that.
-5, A-.
How's life been treating you? Good.
Yeah, is normal amount of stress. I'd say. Yeah. Nothing too exciting. Nothing that comes close to our investigations. Yeah.
That's true. That is absolutely true.
Yeah.
I'm hankering to get touched by a ghost or anything else, just to be touched.
Yeah.
They call me a boo man for many reasons. Waka waka.
When you hear that EMP go off, it's
Yes. There's a spike in EMF my pants. No. Anyways. Yeah. So, surprisingly, we looked into this a little bit before the show, and there was not a lot of documented examples of this.
no, it's like people are afraid to talk about it until like years after it happens. Like, you're not going to find out right away, or unless it's a publicity thing. They want you to find out right away.
Yeah, and it seems to mostly be horror movies, which kind of leads into that. That's probably
the publicity thing.
Because like there's not many examples at all. I don't think we're gonna go over any actually that weren't a horror or thriller tied to the horror genre that anybody mentions. Like, so I mean, there's some that were like urban legends, like I mentioned before, the two men and a baby. That whole like, oh, there's a ghost in the windowsill, which ended up just being a cardboard cutout of Ted Danson in a top hat. So he was not the little boy ghost they thought he was.
It could be a haunted cardboard cutout. I mean, you never know.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Haunted career.
Embody the spirit of Ted Danson. Yeah.
Yes. I don't think he's not dead yet, right?
Is he? No, I think he is.
I don't think he is.
This is where this podcast ends forever.
So one of the quintessential horror movies, ghost horror movies, originating in the 70s and then firing off again with a interesting remake in 2005. Amityville Horror.
Ooh.
Yeah, some good stuff. So obviously the the mass murders and stuff was 74. They made the movie in 79, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So what was that 5
Didn't
years?
Didn't waste
after,
any time.
Yeah, 5 years after Defoe killed his whole family, and claimed the devil made him do it. We had a movie, and James Brolin was in it. James Brolin. Yeah. All right. Anyway.
Before 60-minute specials, like they had to make a movie. They couldn't just do like a little primetime investigation.
You had Ed and Lorraine Warren touching it, so it had to be good.
Already cursed.
Yeah, it is. But anyways, the big thing from the original movie, apparently Brolin saw a pair of pants fall down in the closet while he was reading a very intense part of the script. That's literally the only real thing that comes out of that discussion.
Were they on a hanger? I
Yes, yes. I find it funny because everything I've read about it, it talks like it's like his, because I guess it was his pair of pants, but the way they word it is like when his pants suddenly fell to the floor. I'm like, well, if there's one thing that gets me out of my pants, is a good script. So, all right.
based on true events. Yeah.
Oh, but apparently it was hung over his bedroom door and it fell to the floor. So
I mean,
he was,
it could have just not been draped correctly. Was the belt more to one side than the other? Like, what was the weight
I don't
not
know.
balanced there?
But it could have been the ghost that they must have really liked him for casting, because he was reading the script in order to decide if he wanted to do the movie.
Yeah.
He actually he thought that was so funny and a little spooky that that's when he decided he wanted to do the film. So there you go. That's pretty awesome, right? What? No, you don't feel that way?
It just sounds like the guy doesn't know how to hang laundry. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
so the remake had some more things happen. So
okay.
Melissa George, I believe that's how you say her name. She played Kathy Lutz.
Yeah, that sounds. Yep.
Yeah, she plays Kathy Lutz. So when they started the first week of filming, the original, like the real life Kathy Lutz died. She died. She was heavily involved in production, and she was actually credited as a writer. So she died a week into filming. And then while they were filming at the boathouse, a dead body was found by the police floating on the lake that they were filming at. And then Melissa George, the one who's playing Kathy Lutz, claimed that the lights were turning on and off in the house, in the recreated Amityville house, which I always find that funny that it's they'll be like, oh yeah, it was doing this, and like it's really creepy. It's like, okay, cool. So you actually filmed at the real house? No, it was a recreated one. Oh,
yeah.
So there's no history of a real haunting there. It just came because it heard someone was filming about it. Like, okay, cool, bro. But yeah, they that nobody was in there, and they didn't see any. There was no security found no trespassers and stuff. So that happened. Also, the actors seem to say that they would Ryan Reynolds and other cast crew members claim that they kept waking up at like 3:15 a.m., which was the time that the actual killings happened.
Witching hour.
Yeah, witching hour, and the link between the times of the actual killings and then the move, like them waking up. But I'm almost certain, I would be 99% certain by that point they knew that 3:15 was a important time, and subconsciously you would think they would very well a possibility they woke up during that time for that reason. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you read it enough, you're going to be like, oh, 3:15.
Yeah.
It's
but yeah, like if I got something important and I know I got to wake up in the morning, I rarely make it to my alarm. Like my alarm will be set for 6:15. I'm up at 6 o'clock because my mind's like, nope, you got to get up at 6:15. I'll wake you up beforehand for some reason, bastard. So I don't know. I mean, that's interesting. And if they aren't, I don't know enough. Like, I don't know if they talked about it and groupthink got everyone kind of freaked out and they all started doing it, or if it was all completely independent of each other and they all just woke up at 3:15, and then at the water cooler the next day, like, hey man, I woke up at 3:15. Oh, I did too. Holy crap. Or was it Ryan Reynolds said 3:15? Everyone else was like, yeah, me too, man. Like, yeah, hell yeah. Anything for you, Ryan. Like that kind of
I mean, I think that was a thing for that movie. I mean, did they wake up at 3:15? Possible. On a scale of 2 out of 10, I'd put that at a 2. I could see there's some possibility that they could wake up at that time.
I think you're saving that one for a special movie.
I'm sure there's a 1 coming. Like, but I think 2 out of 10 is not possible. Everything else at that point just seems coincidental. Like, there's a body floating down the river. Like, is that terrible? Yes. Is it coincidental? 100%. I mean,
I don't remember.
There's so many explanations.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember from the actual real life murders uh, anybody being found in the river. I mean, he killed them in their beds, I think.
Hmm.
So it's not that much. Is it a coincidence? Yes, but does it really have that much of a tie-in outside of the murder or the death? No.
Hmm.
If they found someone in the bed of the recreated house or the house or whatever,
Or
that
the
would be
basement,
interesting.
even
Yeah,
something like.
yeah.
I
So
mean,
I don't feel that one.
yeah,
Or if someone died in the actual house while they were filming in the replica house, that would be interesting. Like, hey, we started filming. Oh, someone just died in the actual house. Um, it's
yeah.
Ocean Avenue, right? Isn't that the road? Or isn't that the street it's on?
I honestly don't remember. I haven't seen those movies forever.
There's a
Or
place off of Ocean Avenue. All right.
that's actually what that song's based off.
Yeah, I would hope so. All right.
Yeah,
So you're going with 2. I'll say 2 3/4.
2 3/4.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't say 3.15.
Aha, damn. Should have
Yeah,
did that. Come on,
yeah,
man. Come on. Hit and miss.
that's
We're gonna have to.
yeah.
We need to edit this. I give it
Missed an opportunity.
3.15. Yeah, 3.15 is what I'm gonna give it. Ha 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 ha. Joke, 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 joke. Anyway. All right. So the next one is I should have saved it for last, but we're just gonna go ahead and say it. Really cool story. Obviously, there's no evidence or no backing, and he was the only one that saw it. But the nun,
Good
on
movie. Yeah.
oh yeah. So
Yeah.
there was they were filming a scene. It's in a 200-foot long dark corridor or whatever,
Okay.
with crosses, and it's an actual underground Romanian fortress. Eh,
With
eh,
crosses.
yeah.
That's
That's I
yeah.
mean, it's already creepy. Like
Yeah.
Romanian
Like
fortress, shit yourself. Dark corridor, shit yourself. Long dark corridor, 200 feet long, shit yourself.
covered
Crosses,
in crosses.
yeah,
Yeah, you're
shit yourself.
yeah. Shit
Um,
yourself.
anyways, he ducks into a cell, pitch black, so there's no lighting and stuff like that, right?
Mhm.
He wants to watch from the monitors. Automatically, that's not really a pitch black cell if there's monitors in there, right? And there's a little bit of light coming off the
Yeah.
monitor. Anyways, so he saw a room full of what he had thought were local crew members sitting behind him, watching along.
Hmm.
But after the scene was over, looks back to see what the reaction is. No one was there. So the guy is Corin Hardy, the director,
Okay.
said that there was only one door in and out of the room, and it was right in front of him. So they basically disappeared, at least in um, his recollection or whatever. His story is that there was no one in there when he turned around, but he could see. I guess in the monitor he saw. He could see it. So I don't know. That's an interesting little take. Creepy if it's real. If it was
Two
actually caught on the
things.
monitors, it would be there. So who knows?
Yeah. I mean, two things on that. Number one, the door's in front of you. You went in there by yourself. You think you see crew behind you, even though you're the only one that walked into that room and can visibly see anyone else that walked in there. And your first thought is, oh, that's just my crew. I'll keep going. Like, it's
That's
not,
very sus right there. Yeah.
holy crap, like there's a bunch of people behind me that should not have been able to make it into this room. Also, they secondly, like, why there? Is you put yourself kind of back against a wall. How are they're behind you? Like, could they not appear anywhere in that building? Like, is there nowhere else like this could have happened?
I don't know.
I don't know. Like,
I'll give you a different theory.
yeah.
The scene sucked so bad they ran out so fast that he couldn't even catch it. He didn't even realize it was like, huh? And they ran the other way. We're like, fuck this sucks. Take off running. I'm not gonna be a
What
part
is
of
this
this.
guy filming? My
Yeah,
God.
this is horrible. Or he let one rip. I don't know. One of those things that just ran him out of the building, and he didn't catch it. And he was too embarrassed, so he's like, "Oh, no one was in there. I don't know what he's talking about." we need to find the NDAs where he had them write a sign that said they wouldn't talk about it, and then
Yeah,
that's the end of it.
they
But
thought yeah,
go ahead.
the ghosts probably thought they were filming something interesting, and then they found out it was a Conjuring universe spinoff, and they're just like, "No, we're out of here." Yeah,
A
again.
nun, a nun. I'm going.
This
I'll
was a
go
Van
first on
Helsing
this one.
sequel.
I'll go first on this one. Really cool, creepy story. Most likely made up to make the movie more interesting and have more people buy into it. I don't have a feeling that he's telling the truth. He could be. Who knows? But I'm gonna give it a 2.25. Just because I do want to save my one for something that's definitely worthy of it, and hopefully we'll find that very shortly. So
Giving it a 2.25.
I'm cheating here. I'm definitely using a lot of fractions in this piece here.
My issue is that I think I remember the scene, and if I remember the scene, then when they weren't the person that was in said basement wasn't alone in the basement, which kind of like added to the creepiness of it. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, so I'm trying to remember, but it definitely sounds like a publicity thing, like to make it, to add credit to the story. 1.3.
1.3. Okay.
1.3. Yeah.
1.3.
We're saving that solid one, so I'm going to give this a 1.3. I have, we've heard, read things online about people seeing, other people in reflections, looking through mirrors. So if you saw it on a monitor can act as a mirror. So you could, in theory, see something.
Yeah.
So I'm not, but given the details we have, given the movie, 1.3.
Yeah, I'd say it's going to be low because there's no footage, there's no picture, there's only one witness. So if you look at it through the lens of an actual investigation, it's hearsay. Like I don't know. There's the more likely scenario. I'm not saying he's lying, but the more likely scenario would be publicity, because he has something to gain out of it. If it was just a random person touring the area and it happened, I'd give a little more credence than just a director of a horror movie trying to get his horror movie watched by a lot of people.
Yeah.
But yeah, him having something to gain out of it financially and then not having evidence and being by himself, I would put the likelihood very low. So, and the fact that that's the only thing that's really mentioned in any of the articles I looked up would make me think that I can't say as a movie or a movie set that it was particularly cursed or haunted. Now, if it's true, that's us up there. That's way more than the evidence from other or examples from other ghosts or movies. But no. So we're gonna talk about The Ring. Deuce.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Do we have to talk about The Ring too?
Shortly, just a very, very, very little bit.
I think the stars of that movie don't even talk about that movie.
So there is two instances of weird things happening that I can find on this movie. One is in multiple articles, so this is the one that's most backed up, or not backed up, but just mentioned. The other one I found on one story, and you can take it or leave it. And I'll read it verbatim. I'm gonna give this quote for BuzzFeed for this one, just because this is so stupid. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm just gonna have to. But what all the different articles are kind of mentioning are the flooding that happens in the movie, or at the movie set. So the production office started flooding days after they started filming the movie. So
sounds like they should have put it somewhere else.
Yeah, it was so bad the water was really pouring out of the walls. So it was a really, really bad flood. Now why they immediately jumped to creepy haunted set is because that's how the main antagonist in the film died, right? Drowning at the
I'm
bottom of
gonna
a
say
well,
like
which I think
half
is
that
just,
movie takes place in a bathtub. I mean,
yeah.
it's just
So like, cool. I don't really know if that's real. If your production office was in a well and it flooded, sure, we can make that connection. But
yeah,
a random office got flooded. You know how many times in the year that probably happens across the United States? Just say United States, like probably a
yeah.
lot. And none of them are saying, "Hey, I watched The Ring 2 months ago. I wonder if they're connected." Like it's very hard to make that connection. But I mean, I can see the dotted line. It's a little weak.
Sound, sounds like a pipe burst.
Yeah, which happens,
It's
right? But
yeah.
maybe she did it. The fake character in the movie
The
busted the
character
pipe.
that's not based on a real thing is
Yes.
that particular character. Like
Yes, that
there's
horrible monster. So then the one that BuzzFeed talks about is very interesting. And BuzzFeed is just reporting what they hear. So I'm not saying they made this up and it's stupid because of them.
Mhm.
But the costume, the set costumer yeah, whatever, the costume designer, I guess, was walking on set at the Universal lot, and 6-foot deer sprinted around the corner and right at her, going about 100 miles an hour. I'm hoping that was an exaggeration because they do not go 100 miles an hour. There's no way. They would
I
go.
want to meet that deer. That's,
I don't even think they go 50. We have to look that up. What's the fastest?
I
A
is it 10?
fastest deer. I'm gonna look this up right now. This is stupid.
It's gonna reference that story. It's gonna be like the fastest one on record is 100 miles an hour.
100 miles an hour is on the set of Ring. Yeah, deer can sprint up to 35 to 50 miles per hour, depending on the species. The reindeer is the one that can hit 50. Whitetail and mule are 40 miles an hour. So yeah, not even nowhere near that, right? So okay,
Yeah.
100 miles an hour, great, good times. And if she was just a few steps closer, she would have easily been taken down. I'm pretty sure 100 miles per hour deer hitting you is not just taking you down; it would kill you. 100 miles an hour
I
impact, you're dead. I don't care.
yeah.
But yeah, it's apparently they didn't touch her, didn't hit her, went by her. But in the scene, in the movie, there's a scene where Samara uses deer in an attempt to kill Rachel and Aiden, right? So,
Yeah, that was that scene. Yeah.
so it's basically, hey, there was a couple of things that were in the movie that also happened in real life, sorta.
Mhm.
So it obviously has to be haunted. See, I'm gonna give that a 1.
You're gonna
I'm
give that a 1?
gonna give that a 1. There's nothing in particularly ghostly about it.
Well,
It's not like we went from 3:15, the time of the murders, people waking up and at that same time frame, our pants magically falling off a door. Those are all things that are usually associated with a ghost haunting or something like that, maybe.
I mean,
Or
I hang a pair over my door every night just in case, just
yeah, I mean, hoping just is a trigger object.
yeah,
But then you got another one with a bunch of ghosts behind him trying to watch the video feed, and then you come to this, and it's like, well, a pipe busted, and then a deer outside. He wasn't inside. I don't think he wasn't like inside the movie set and just ran across. He was outside on the Universal lot.
yeah,
Surprise! There are deer in California, and that's mind blowing. Now, if it really did run 100 miles an hour, that's very supernatural, or like just the namesake alone, it's not natural. It's
yeah.
supernatural because that's a superhero type deer, in my opinion. Yeah. So I don't know. That's why I dropped it so low. Is just like neither one of those things is really paranormal or ghost in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So if we're
It,
grading this on a ghost curve, then I still can't give it more than a 1. So
I mean,
even
if it's a ghost curve, it's like a -5. But I mean, in terms of like probability of like that story being somewhat true, I would say,
yeah,
yeah, I believe the production office flooded.
yeah,
I mean, that's 100%. I believe there was a deer on set. I think that deer probably ran pretty quickly and was scared for its life on a production lot and was probably like, I got to get out of here. They're
All right,
gonna
well, I think
cast me in this movie.
I'm gonna change my Amityville one to a 4 because I do believe his pants did fall to the ground.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah,
It did happen. I'm almost
yeah.
certain his pants fell down. Um, so
Whether
yeah,
whether they were wet, there was a slight breeze in the room. Those pants fell down.
I'm pretty sure the director of The Nun did dip into a room to watch a monitor.
Yeah.
um, yeah. All right. So what are you giving it score wise? You said -5 for the joke, but what else? What was the actual score?
I, I would give the flooding a 4. I would definitely give the deer a 1. There's that's a hard one, but I'd put a little bit more credibility to the flooding.
It was coming right at me. Man, I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna jump to one that's pretty cool. If it happened,
Okay.
not to mention it's got Jeffrey Dean Morgan, man. The dude's fucking awesome. So definitely gotta give it
Did
props.
he
But
did
the
he
movie
bash the ghost head in on set? Was
that'd be
that?
awesome. The Possession is the movie,
Okay.
and according to Jeffrey Dean Morgan himself, they had a lot of activity that happened, even during the movie, like while the cameras were running, during major scenes, while they're being shot. They
Mhm.
had exploding lights, inexplicable cold winds in the room when there was no draft. Um, there was a fire that destroyed all the film's props and storage, including the Dybbuk box, the fake one they had used for the movie.
Okay.
Which is the ghost and stuff. So and supposedly they still don't know what caused the fire because there was no signs of electrical issues or arson or anything. So they don't know why
Mhm.
that it caught fire, but it burned all that stuff. So that's a lot more interesting. And apparently, in other articles, it made him a believer in the paranormal because of what happened on that set.
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting to me. The fact that, and like The Nun, it's a really cool story.
Mhm.
Unlike The Nun, it seems that there was actually people that either witnessed the events or did some sort of um, debunking or checking or testing to
Mhm.
see what happened. So um, I like it. Did it happen? I mean, I wasn't there. I don't know if there's any footage. I've never seen any footage of it to know that it actually happened or not. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna give it a. I'll probably give it a 4. It
Give
just
that. Okay.
sounds really cool. Those aren't. I mean, outside of the cold wind could be anything. Um, but if there actually was exploding light bulbs or exploding lights and a fire, those happen. Was it paranormal? Who knows? But it happened.
Sounds like some bad wiring. I
Yeah.
don't know. Like, I mean, at the same time, like you have a fire, you're ruling out arson, you're ruling out foul play, and it's like, but you also have a room full of exploding light bulbs, and you're not going to make that connection.
Yeah.
Come on. Uh,
The,
yeah, I mean,
the light bulbs were rigged. Before
yeah,
you plug them in, they just exploded.
yeah, they explode in your hand. It's like this one just doesn't want to go in.
Yeah. So I couldn't get it. I can't get it over the 5 threshold. There's just too many unknowns.
Mhm.
But I like the story. I like the actor.
Give it
I
a
give
3.
to the movie. Um,
Yeah.
and then there was at least some engagement with other people, so it wasn't just a
Mhm.
he said, he said, he said, he said thing.
Yeah.
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 So
Yeah. That's a solid 3.
solid
I'm
3 for
not.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a solid 3.
And see, I could go 3 or 4. So yeah, I like it.
Mhm.
That's good. Um, so meh. How about The Conjuring? Eh?
I can already tell you what this score is going to be.
Not the movie. You can't just judge the movie. But it's The Conjuring. Um. So yeah, let's see. Trying to pull that back up here. Um. Ed and Lorraine Warren. Need I say more?
Mhm.
No, the Conjuring is an interesting story. Lots of wild stuff has happened, and I know the daughter, one of the daughters, has been really big in the paranormal community because
Mhm.
she talks about what happened during that time with the this is the was it Perrin family, Perron, Perrin, I think that's how you say it. Um,
Sounds right. Yeah.
yeah. So it was a this the crew member said it was a strong wind started whirling around the family when the family showed up to visit. Apparently, it took a lot to get the family to actually show up to visit the film. They wouldn't do it, and so they were too afraid or whatever. So when they finally did, so there was a sudden strong wind swirling around the family. Even though the trees across from the family didn't move an inch. I think they worded that wrong. I've never seen a tree just uproot and walk a couple of inches. I'm
I
guessing they
do.
meant the branches didn't move, but whatever. So Wayne James Wan, right, director,
One. Yeah. Yeah.
um, was up late in his office working on it, and suddenly the dog began to bark at an invisible entity. Uh, one of the stars, Vera Farmiga, right,
Mhm.
claims to have seen 3 digital claw marks on her computer screen moments after accepting the role. Joey King, who was a child at the time, um, began waking up with mysterious bruises all over her body, while filming it,
That's
and that's
that's
just like
interesting.
obviously the on-screen mother in the film gets
Yeah.
bruising and stuff. So,
Mhm.
that's some of the stuff that happened there. What um I don't know. It's interesting having the original family there. That's pretty cool. I would say you weren't getting that from anywhere else. You definitely weren't getting it from
Yeah.
Amityville Horror because they're dead, and the other one was locked up.
Jesus.
Whatever, man. But yeah, the fact that the family came out, that's interesting. And so, The Conjuring was filmed at the house, right?
which adds to it. Yeah. I mean, I think that adds to the creepiness of it. I mean, it definitely, I think,
Also,
gives some kind of
it says
credit
like
to
it was
the
filmed.
wind.
So it says it wasn't really filmed there. So what? I don't understand why the family. I guess the family just didn't want to be there. So it's another one
I
of
mean,
those like weak. Yeah, it's like the weak link kind of thing. Like, oh yeah,
mhm.
it's so haunted in this house. Like we're having all these things happen. And it's like, oh, so you're actually there? No, actually, we're filming 5 states away.
Yeah, we're not even close. Yeah.
So it basically was what was it? The house is in Rhode Island, Harrisville.
Hmm.
The movie was primarily filmed in and around Wilmington, North Carolina.
Oh my gosh, not even close. I,
That's
so
solid. So that definitely puts a dent in it because so it's like Jaws 4. Did the ghosts follow them somewhere now? They're following the family around. They're gonna go to the Bahamas and a ghost's gonna come out and bite someone off a banana boat. Like, come on. I don't believe any of this stuff. So yeah.
yeah, I can understand maybe not wanting to visit the set from like trauma or something like that. Like they don't want to bring that back. They don't want to remember it. But
Yeah.
it'd be a fun story to say like, oh, the wind picked up. When the family got close to the house. Like it actually sounds like something out of that movie. It like sounds like something that could have happened. The director's dog barking at an invisible entity. My dog does that on an hourly basis. Like I don't know
Well,
what you're talking about here.
welcome to dog ownership. It's just what
Yeah,
happens when you have a dog.
dog's gonna dog. I don't know what to
Dog
tell
is
you.
gonna dog, man. They got the dog in them.
That invisible cat was really just getting in the way. But the
Meow.
bruising to me is the most interesting because that's a thing. Like we've heard about that. We've talked to people who have experienced that. Someone who had like the burn mark on them after going into the one room. That stuff is
Yeah,
to
I would
me
say
like holds the most value.
I would say though, you obviously don't know, were they having dreams, and then in the dreams were they hitting themselves or doing things like that? It's hard to believe, but it's not out of the question. I know. I woke up one time, literally, I had a dream about Freddy Krueger. Woke up with like claw marks across my chest.
Mhm.
I was, it was obviously me calling like he's not real, and it was just a
Yeah,
dream.
yeah.
I woke up, I was like, holy crap! Like I had 3 claw marks where my 3 fingers must have clawed across, and I had cuts across. Um,
I mean, but
that
the
doesn't
other
mean that the house
option,
was haunted. That doesn't mean I was messing with anything. It doesn't mean Freddie came out and called me. Like it's just
yeah,
you're dreaming, and you were dreaming like you freak out or something. You like, oh my god.
yeah,
I don't know enough about the bruising to really could tell you anything. I can't tell you if it was along the legs and they had like hardwood bed frame and they just kept like
hmm,
banging their like
yeah,
shin or something across it, or if it was anything else. My youngest daughter has bruises all up and down her legs because she runs into crap constantly. He probably couldn't tell you where her bruises come from for the most part.
yeah.
If it wasn't for like
And no,
the teachers at school saying, "Oh, she ran into this, she ran into that, she ran into this," or when we see her at home and she's like, "Bam, bam, 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 bam." Um, my son used to be the same way. So I don't know enough where the bruises were at to really make a educated guess on it. It's still creepy, and there's still plenty of instances that are not
yeah.
explainable. That would be like if it falls into that category, it becomes interesting. But yeah, the
They weren't
swirling
starting a
wind,
fight club,
like
so
yeah, swirling winds can be just because a swirl of wind comes around on the ground in one particular area doesn't mean necessarily that the wind's going to be also affecting that tree over there.
yeah,
Like how strong was the gust of wind? It usually takes a decent gust of wind to really move trees.
yeah,
Um, and then there's the little like mini gusts that cause a little swirls, like you where like leaves swirl up.
hmm.
That can be more targeted in an area and not necessarily across a yard, across a road to the trees. So that's
I
not
mean,
really good.
it could have happened. Like
Yeah,
I can see it happening. I just wouldn't necessarily see it beyond coincidence. I don't think there'd be anything paranormal about it. I think it's would just be that family's luck that it would happen. I'd feel
yeah.
bad. It's just like for everything we've been through, we're getting swirling wind on the set of this movie. I'm getting out of here.
I did see. So I watch. Actually, it's me and my daughter's guilty pleasure. We watch Expedition X, and they
Hmm.
did an episode on the house next to the Conjuring because they're being haunted there. And
So
apparently, it
it
used to
just
be part.
shifted.
Well,
It
no,
just
so
shifted over one house.
apparently the whole land right there was once one part. It was owned by the same
Okay.
family, and apparently it was joined together. There's like a old um, rock wall or something in the basement, like it's part of foundation, and it reaches out like it could be actually tied to that house. But apparently the whole property is haunted, is what they're saying.
Mhm.
You know, they had some stuff happen that was pretty interesting, but it's also a reality TV show, so there's no telling what was real and what was not. So um, it's an interesting place. I don't know enough. Like the fact that this didn't even happen on that property though completely leaves that out of the equation. Like what it has
Yeah.
nothing to do with this movie at this point. Like if you're that many states over, and the best you can do is bruising on a on
Yeah.
a on a kid, which is terrifying, especially probably for their parents. Um,
Yeah. I'm
that's
sure.
the best you could do. The other thing is a dog barked at nothing, surprise, or some wind blew in an area that probably has wind blowing because, like most places, are all places in the world, there's
Mhm.
probably some wind at some point. So yeah, that's
And the
I don't
tearing
know.
on the computer screen.
It said digital claw marks. What the hell's digital claw marks?
Oh, yeah, like what was reaching through that screen? Like, gotta gotta get it. I it
Did you
could
have
have. I mean, it.
did you have a cookie or something?
What?
Did you have like a cookie and whatever it was trying to get the cookie?
A Cookie Monster was trying to come to the screen.
Yeah. Y'all didn't know
Yeah, it's
about that, man.
possible.
Cookie Monster's got claws. No one knew about that. They hide it really well on the
Yeah,
show, but yeah, he's a
yeah.
monster for a reason. He's slaughtered a lot of people for those fucking cookies.
That's how. Yeah, that's how he always gets his cookies. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They cover that up in Sesame Street lore, but that dude's a monster. Yeah, he's an absolute horrifying monster.
Yeah, he doesn't buy his cookies. He waits till someone buys them and then gets them in the parking lot.
So what do you think score wise? Eh?
It's higher than the others. I would say the dog barking would probably, if it was just the dog barking, that would be the lowest score I could ever give anything. Like that, it just wouldn't even be on a scale.
So I found a little more. So Joey King's bruises were large bruises all over the body, and they also fell ill with a blood disorder during the shoot. Now, depending on what blood disorder it is, wouldn't that
can
tie to the
cause
bruising?
easy bruising? Yeah.
So that's interesting. Apparently, there was a hotel evacuation during the production. Cast and crew were evacuated from their hotel due to a sudden, unexpected fire. So I don't know. That seems interesting. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't seem out of the ordinary. Like, I mean, blood disorder is bad, but it would explain
it could cause easy bruising. I mean, you touch something at that point, you could get a bruise.
Yep. So I don't know. That's a little interesting, but the claw-like marks on our oh gosh, I'm tired. On the
Is it almost your bedtime?
It is, dude. I am ready. I'm about to pass out. No, the mysterious claw-like marks on the laptop, like I want to see that. Can I see a picture?
Like how is that not like an immediate like take out your cell phone? Like
oh well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Did she get a virus, like a computer virus, and it just like, haha, you've been hacked?
Maybe. Yeah. That was my thought. Yeah.
Damn it, Vera. All right, so yeah, what was your final score?
Well, now I know the rest of that information. 2.
2?
2.
Actually, we're in agreement. I'm gonna go straight 2 as well. I think that was it's right up there with me with the Ring 2, really. So it might even be low. I don't know. Like busted pipe, dog barking.
Yeah. Yep.
Mysterious claw marks no one has a picture of. Like, come on.
Yeah, there's
100-mile-per-hour deer. Well, it's all just like there's no way. So I don't believe it. But yeah, we'll go 2. The bruising, even though we think it's probably just because of the blood disorder. I don't know what the blood disorder is, so maybe it's not, but I know a lot of things like that, and the bruising being blood coming up kind of thing is they would be tied together. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I think we should do one more. Probably.
Okay.
I think one more.
What you got? Save the best for last. Is that over?
I don't know. I don't know if we want to go with The Omen. You know, a wonderful little devil child, Antichrist.
The original or the remake?
It is the original, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a lot of death surrounding the movie. So
it's The Omen. Yeah.
Right.
it's
all right. So apparently, two people working on The Omen, both traveling by planes, were struck by lightning. Gregory Peck, the star of the original film, was one of those planes that got struck. Their eldest son committed suicide right before filming began. One stuntman scene with a Rottweiler went wrong and the dogs bit through his protective gear. The on-set zookeeper was mauled to death the day after finishing their work on The Omen. Special effects director and assistant John Richardson and assistant Liz Moore got into a car accident in the Netherlands. Richardson survived, but Moore was beheaded. And the media was quick to point out that how close the accident happened to a town called Omen. OMMEN. So one
Okay.
extra M. It was 66 kilometers away. 66.6 kilometers away.
No.
Um, yeah. So that's
Uh,
pretty interesting.
that's okay.
It, it
Okay.
basically becomes like um how many coincidences does it take to screw in a light bulb? No, to
Yeah, that's
like it starts getting interesting.
66. Yeah, that's pretty solid. I would say the lightning striking the plane.
It happens a lot actually.
Yeah, yeah.
We
The
actually
kid the
I was actually
yeah.
flying home, and this is even more awesome. I was flying home on Halloween night, right,
Hmm.
from New York to Atlanta, and as we're flying, I could see a plane further down as we were getting close to the place. You could see it out the window, and I saw lightning come straight down from a cloud and hit that plane. It was
Hmm.
so cool, and then really creepy because it was bad storming. It was very,
Yeah.
very creepy because it's Halloween night, all that stuff's happening. And I was actually trying to get home as fast as I could because I've been up there for a couple of weeks, recording stuff. And a guy we knew who hung around the town was, this is funny. He was supposed to be trying to open up the portal to hell or something at a train
Hmm.
station. And we were like, okay, that seems funny as hell. So I'm trying to rush there. My friends like, hurry up, get here. We're gonna meet up. We're gonna ride over there. And we're gonna parking lot away from there and just kind of sneak up on it. We end
Yeah.
up getting there. Funny story. Get there. He's not there, but there's a pack of like four dogs, big dogs, just running up and down the track, and it's
Hmm.
very foggy in that area. So it was creepy looking. But
Yeah.
yeah, lightning hitting the planes. When you fly through a storm, it's just kind of happening. You're a giant lightning rod. Why would you not get hit by lightning?
It just could have been that time of year. I mean,
Yep.
it's yeah, depending on where you film it, stormy season. You know, I would say like the dog biting through the protective gear just sounds like an oversight of protected gear. The guy getting, I guess, mauled to death by the animals. I mean,
Hmm.
that sucks. That's terrifying. Um,
Oh wow. So I didn't know. Like, so I looked up a little more. So the zookeeper was attacked and killed by a tiger just weeks after filming wrapped. Um, let's see. The small private plane chartered for aerial shots was given up to other passengers at the last minute. It crashed shortly after takeoff, killing everyone on board.
oh
There
my
were IRA
gosh.
bombings. Yeah, the hotel where the producer was staying was bombed by the IRA. A restaurant the crew planned to visit was also bombed at that time. Um, so yeah, there's a little bit more to it, but yeah, the fact that between that and the fact that it was, I mean, I didn't know the devil measured distance in kilometers, but most of the world does, so I guess that makes sense. For
Yeah.
that 66.6, but that's pretty interesting. You're gonna find connections if you're looking for them. So that's
The
still
amount of people that
coincidence.
died around it, though. I mean,
It's pretty
that's
pretty wild. That actually brings up another one that we weren't planning on talking about necessarily, but um, the Amityville, not Amityville, sorry, Poltergeist. The Poltergeist
ooh,
trilogy had a bunch of deaths as well.
yeah,
Um, yeah, before the film was released, four cast members died in that one, including the young girl who played Carol Ann herself, Heather O'Rourke. Fifth was brutally murdered over a decade later, and one more narrowly escaped their own death. So that's pretty
over a
wild.
decade later.
Yeah. The same year that the first movie came out, Dominique Dunn, the 22-year-old played Dana, was strangled in her driveway by abusive ex Julian Beck, who played Kane.
Good, great.
Oh no, sorry.
Yeah.
Strangled by abusive ex. Julian Beck, who played Kane, died of cancer before the second film's release. Sorry. Well, Julian Beck did not strangle
Mm,
Dana. They died of cancer. Another person who died. Will Sampson, who played Taylor, died at only 53 from post-operative kidney failure. Heather passed away at age 12 before the final film hit the big screen from severe bowel obstruction. And then that Lou Perryman, who played Pugsley, was murdered with an axe in his home by an ex-con who wanted to steal his car. Ryan Richard Lawson was aboard U.S. Air Flight 405, which crashed after takeoff. Over half of the plane's passengers were killed by the crash, but Richard fortunately survived. Okay, that's the one that almost died.
Okay,
that was wild.
that's
One
that's a
cast member
lot.
did an exorcism of the second movie set, trying to ease people's nerves. So they did an actual exorcism of the second movie. That's funny. So yeah, there's a couple. I mean, both of those are pretty cursed movies.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't feel like, I don't know, the investigations we've been on, the other ones I've been on, stuff like that. I don't really see enough. I don't know. I know we haven't really went to many that are just like known for demonic entities. I've been to places where there are some violent entities or mischievous entities, but nothing like that crazy. I would never get the feeling like you're going to be cursed out of that. And then once again, these are movies that are not directly tied to like they're not being filmed at a location that's haunted, and so you're basically just saying that the energy attracted a demonic force or evil curse or whatever that is. Like that doesn't work for my like in my in my mind. Like I don't see how that connection can work. I could be wrong. I'm sure there's lots of opinions on that you know, I would love to hear, but I don't think none of it makes that much sense. So I mean, both of those are cool. I don't really. It depends on how we're grading it, and we probably should have went over the rubric before we started talking about
we
it.
Had to actually create a rubric.
Yeah, we should have done it and displayed it up here. Like, this is the grading we're doing. Blah blah blah. I know. I'd probably go 3 on both of those, maybe a 4. Really cool stories. I mean, cool tragic stories. I don't want to just make it lighthearted, but I will say that caveat that it was 66.6 kilometers away from a town that was one letter away from the name of the movie because there was an extra M is awesome. Like, it might not be real. It's definitely, I don't think it's anything to do with the fact that they filmed a movie about evil, but that's still really cool.
So I give it a 5.
Okay.
I give it a 5. Just I give The Omen a 5 for that story. Poltergeist to me was a little too, coincidental. Like all that stuff is terrible. Like everything that happened to him was terrible. But The Omen stuff seems a little more targeted.
So you're just merging the score of both of them to make a 5, right? Is it both 2.5?
Yeah. 3 plus 2. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like that. I like that idea. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I could give it a 5. I could give it a 4. Once again, I don't have the rubric, so I don't know exactly what we should be grading on. But I like the stories. I like they're interesting to me, so that's cool. All right. Well, any closing remarks before we end this session? Exactly.
I don't think there's a lot of haunted sets that are actually haunted. I think we're just grasping at straws.
And they're like they call it like there's a set, a Paramount set. It's like lot 18 or something they call Paranormal Paramount or something like that. But I didn't hear much about why they call it that.
They probably try to keep it under wraps. We have to do the tour at Paramount to find out. Yeah.
For the low price. Do this. Like, no, that's stupid. Yeah, stage 19 is the Haunted by Heather O'Rourke, the girl from
oh my gosh.
Yeah, from the movie Poltergeist.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's any other information. This is from USC Digital Folklore Archives. So we're going to Southern California archives here, but it's not loading. Of course not.
You open the door. Do you hear a voice go, "They're here"?
Yeah, that's when the food gets there from DoorDash.
Yeah.
They're here. Oh, thanks, Heather. Oh, great. I'm hungry. I'm starving. Yeah, she apparently haunts that place. I don't know. It's not really loading for me.
Yeah.
Site cannot be reached. Internet connection. Bull. I'm on the internet right now. The hell. Anyways. No one really cares. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah. Anyways, you'll be, we'll be doing a lot more of these. Obviously, we'll do some interviews, all that stuff. Still trying to get some investigations coming. Hopefully soon enough. So be on the lookout for a lot more stuff from us. Follow our social medias. Basically, any social media you want to get us on, we're probably already there. At Talk Honor to Me is where all our wonderful social medias live, love, let live.
Die.
Anyways, and then our website, www.talkhonortome.com, where you can find all the information and all our old videos and stuff that you can check on, or you can go straight to YouTube and look up Talk Honor to Me, and you'll find them there too. We have a Patreon page, if you want to subscribe and help us out with our investigations and tools and gadgets and whatnots, and Nicky Knacks and Tallywhackers. Wait, no, that's a
Tallywhackers.
Yeah, we bought those.
Which town are we investigating?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I've got your outfit in the closet and everything.
Can't wait.
Yeah. Why are they wearing BDSM stuff? Don't worry about it. So yeah, just hang in there. Check us out. We have a good time. We talk a lot of shit, but at the end of the day, we're searching for the truth. So on behalf of myself, Chris, and that guy, also
Chris. Yeah.
We
want to believe. Yeah.
Yes. If they put a man on the moon, if you believe, put a man. All right. Anyways. All right. Well, that's Talk Honor to Me, and peace out.